All right, sound is on. Welcome to Beggartok Wrestling. This is our very first night after nature itself determined we were not able to get together last week because a storm took out my internet. Not my power, but just my internet. It's going, no, you'll be able to, you have a computer, you just can't get online with it. Um, I am Michael, he, him. I'm going to be running the game tonight. I will be creative. If we want, we can introduce ourselves, and if you've got your characters, we'll end up doing some work with the characters again here in a moment. Why don't we go Kirby, Justin, Sean, then Morgan?
Okay, my name is Kirby. I use he, they pronouns, and I am disaster tourism now on TikTok. Recently changed. And I will be playing Corpse Grinder.
Okay, is it my turn now? Oh no.
Yep.
Okay. Hi guys. My name is Justin. I go by he, him pronouns, and I am Freddie's roommate on TikTok. Tonight, I will be playing the subscriber, also known as Paul Jackson.
I love that. The subscriber. That's amazing. Well, my name is Sean, he, him pronouns. I am high gain sad on just about every social that you're on, and I will be playing the Turbo Killer, Ace Winters.
Sorry, I'm doing social media stuff. Hey, I'm Mo. I go by they, she pronouns. You can find me all over the internet at Serena Bezos, and I'll be playing Elegia Roja, they, them pronouns.
All right.
I have to apologize in advance when you go and watch the promo that I did right before we jumped on. I butchered your name.
Promo?
I did my best,
so
but
busy.
I absolutely butchered your name.
Of course you would.
And on the Twitch stream, I did not have Justin's name on there, the name of the character, so I've not made the thing.
Oh no!
It's fine.
It's okay. I'll live.
And Kendo Does Films was supposed to be with us, but because of work, he could not be here this week. He'll be back with us next week, and we cannot wait because Kendrick is. All right. So y'all, we're gonna do some wrestling this season.
Oh yeah, brother.
So at this point, if everyone wants to go through and tell us what your character's gimmick is.
Cool.
Okay. I guess since I started, I'll go first. My gimmick is the the hardcore. The hardcore, yeah. I forgot to write that on my character sheet because I thought it was just a word.
Yeah.
The hardcore.
And Justin, the subscriber is.
You muted.
The Anointed.
And then Sean?
Ace Winters is the call-up. Just got here from the Indies.
And Mo.
I'm playing a Lucidor.
Right. All right. So, what was? Oh, the anti-hero. When they're with us, Kendrick is playing the anti-hero. Also, who all is a heel and who all is a face?
I'm definitely a heel.
I am a heel as well.
Oh shit!
I am a face.
Also in the face.
All right, we got a good.
I should probably fix my camera angle to like catch the top that I'm wearing, but it's okay. We don't need it.
We got our heels and our faces. So what we're going to do now, and this is something we kind of talked about before, but things are going to change because we've got some people, some new people here. We got to figure out our heat. Part of this game is, and one of the fun things about it, the game itself, there's what would be out of character in other games is in character here because they are specifically trying to get heat with each other because it's not about actually winning the matches or not. It is about becoming popular with the audience. Like, you want to win the matches because that often gets you there, but build heat with each other helps build audience, and kind of puts you over as far as that goes. So we got to have things with y'all that y'all been dealing with in the past. So each of your gimmicks has got some questions, and what we can do is, I think what would be kind of fun here is if we want to go one person at a time, and I will I'm gonna just throw into our chat real quick. I'm gonna go the way it is on my screen. We can go through and ask maybe one question at a time, and like starting with Kirby, and then the second round with Justin, the second round with Sean, next round with Bo. One question and have someone answer those for you. And I think we can maybe possibly leave one for the anti-hero if there's one of them you want to save maybe for Hendrik. But we can kind of go through. So, Kirby, if you want to ask one of your questions and figure out who you got heat with.
Yes. What page is that on? I forget.
It's gonna
Oh, you know what? I don't
Is
have
that
my
on the
book
Excel
here.
sheet?
I literally
Yeah.
have my book in front of me.
Yeah, or if you grab the gimmick sheets, the one that has all the gimmicks on it,
Okay.
that will have your information there. Or actually, is it actually on the Roll20?
I
thought it
had to
was.
mainly add mine. Like questions.
PC heat question.
Oh yeah, it doesn't automatically end up in there for it.
Okay.
Yeah,
there we
if you have the PDF, if you open up the PDF with the gimmicks, that is one way to look at what your questions are.
All right. I got the Excel sheet. I found it. Who is jealous of my devoted fan base?
I'm jealous of your devoted fan base. Do I jump in and say that?
Yeah, that's exactly what you do. Wait, where? Do me a favor. Where is the? If you want to throw into the Discord that that link.
Yeah, I'll put it in the most recent chat.
Yeah,
Do we want to start a thread for that? And then we can just put all the answers in there, or
No, because
So we just put it in the
we
sheet.
put
I
the
just put
answers
it
on
in.
that sheet. We've got some stuff in there already, but we'll be able to go ahead and ask here. All right, which means and part of this in the Roll20, you can go ahead and put that you have some heat now with the subscriber because of that. Oh, that's right. Wait, the PC heat question. Yeah, if you open that up, you will find a.
So I click add and type his name.
Yep.
And then do I add a 1 to it or?
Yeah, you have +1. What I would do is for that, I would actually put on your sheet on Roll20.
Yeah, that's what I'm at. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, on Roll20, that will give you +1 heat. I will go
Okay.
ahead and real quick put in the anointed on the thing that was just posted up. All right. So Justin, you get to ask your first one.
Okay. Who did I debut with, then leave behind?
Who did I debut with and leave behind? I mean, I'll take that one because I feel like that could fit well with you being jealous of my
maybe
fan base.
yeah, and then maybe you guys came up together and like you had a different gimmick, like you guys had a tag team gimmick, and then he got repackaged when you guys split. Now he's doing the whole thing.
Yeah, that was kind of my thought. Like
Yeah.
I was,
love it.
yeah.
Okay.
He's the Shawn
Okay.
Michaels to your Marty Jannetty.
Yeah.
I wish I knew what that meant, but I'm just gonna nod my head and agree.
Same.
We're
same
just gonna
I'm
agree
gonna
with
try
Sean.
not. I'm gonna try not to just flex wrestling knowledge this whole time. And-
Oh, no.
I haven't watched
No,
wrestling
no, you
since I was a
flex it.
child.
Yeah.
You flex it.
I'm totally up. There's things I've known.
I would be
a
like,
little bit.
yes, we agree. Yeah.
All right, that takes us on to Sean.
All
Refill
right.
a drink while you're going through.
Who has sung my praises to get me on the roster?
I think we were talking about me doing that, right?
Yeah, I like the idea, and that because while he was on the indie circuit, probably did a couple stints in Mexico, and
Yeah. I was like, this kid's all right.
yeah.
And I think my first one is who allied with me on my first team?
I kind of want to say I want to pick that one.
You want to take it?
Yeah, because I feel like maybe that could come in like when I first broke off from the subscriber and the tag team.
Oh,
And I
dude.
was still like kind of finding my new face.
And like maybe you were getting jumped by like him and his whole gang, and then they
Yeah.
did the run in. They did the
Yeah.
run in to come save you. Yeah.
Okay. I like it.
Interesting.
Look at that smile on Sean's face. He's like, I've been waiting for this.
This is, dude. Story. Wrestling is the last bastion of live theater in America, and I love it so much.
As a theater director, and someone who teaches young actors.
Mootly is asking if the subscriber is actually a defenestrator, and I'm going to say that would be a great upgrade name.
What is that? What is defenestrator?
It
Or
means
someone
to
through a
throw
window.
out of a window.
Oh, okay.
That's what I think the French revolutionaries did to the aristocrats. They defenestrated them.
Fancy word.
All right.
Anyway,
Yeah, so I think the second round could start with Justin.
Okay. I thought I already asked the question.
So you go through.
You ask
'cause
all the
you're-
questions.
Yeah, you get
okay.
heat with all the different wrestlers.
Okay, so who has taken me under their wing?
You know what? Maybe I did for a bit, and then
Okay.
you broke away. I don't know. Like,
Well, I mean, you could still be that's happened before. Like, you could do like the Cody Rhodes MJF thing, where like you are a face, and you're trying to like steer him in the right direction, but he's
Yeah.
still kind of a dick, and that's a thing.
And make sure everyone's doing for this on the Roll20 sheet you have under the heat for each question that's answered. Go ahead and hit add. Hit add on there, and you'll put the wrestler's name. You basically put the wrestler's name and put the heat. Essentially, you can just kind of put each person wrestler's name on there, and then just up the heat by 1 every time they're the one that answers a question.
Okay. Oh, okay. The character sheets are on Roll20. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Ace Winters. He's gonna feel a chill in his bones.
Bring it.
I'm trying so hard to fill in this role.
You just gotta. I'm trying to be. I was trying to be the first penguin that jumped off the cliff, and so that everybody would just.
Yeah. I guess I'm next. Who is willing to make me bleed? No one.
I see.
Oh, okay.
I'll take that one. Because it goes for what I had in mind for you, and also because he did enough time. I think Ace did enough time on the indie circuit to have some death matches under his belt, and we could definitely do that.
All right. Ace of Base.
Damn it!
You're an awful human being. That's
I'm a heel, baby.
such a
Dude, I
bad
gotta
person.
come nicknames for people. When I knock out the subscriber in a match, I'm gonna say unsubscribe.
No!
Blocked.
That's
Reported.
my move. That one of my moves I was going to use is blocked and reported. Oh no!
Oh, dude, your finisher
and
should be the
reported.
hate raid.
Oh, just a whole bunch of people run on.
That's amazing. He's got like goons like freaking like DX had back in the day. Like he's got 4 or 5 dudes that are just like
Oh,
no
God.
name like call up guys that just come in and beat you up after the match.
Hell yeah! Let's do it.
I love
I love how you literally put Ace of Base in the spreadsheet. By the way,
it.
I'm also what I'm kind of picturing now is you could even bring the other players into play. You're like really just douchey entourage.
Hell
In the
yeah!
background
Yes.
for stuff.
Being a villain is cool, y'all. Just you wait.
All right. I think who needs to ask their? Has everyone asked their second question?
it was
Sean's
turn.
next.
Oh, no, Justin. No, Justin started. Sean.
Wait, I
Yeah.
said who took me under their wing, and it was El Aguila Roja.
Yeah.
And
Oh, it's my turn then? Oh.
I debuted with you. That was your first one.
yeah, yes.
I think it's Sean's turn then, if we're in that order.
it's Sean's turn.
All right. So who thinks I'm completely overrated?
I'll take that.
Grinder. All right, fine. The subscriber can have
No,
that.
trust me, you're gonna want the next one. Trust me, you're gonna want the next one.
Yeah,
So I'll
I'm
put down
just
subscriber.
Yeah, I'm just really jealous of what's your character's name again? The Turbo Killer, Ace Winters audience, because he doesn't go all the places I do. He doesn't do vlogs. He doesn't tweet. No fair. He didn't even buy his followers. What the heck?
Right. He's like, what do you only have 10,000 Twitter followers? You're an amateur. You don't belong here.
Yeah. Ooh, the beef is real, guys.
My daddy bought the followers. Yours didn't.
Who's ripping off my high flying style?
Oh, you know it's me.
Yeah, it's
You already know it's me. I will be the RVDD or Eddie Guerrero any day of the week.
Oh my god, sure.
Sure, Sean. That's what we'll say. Exactly.
Everyone knows Eddie Guerrero. Like there
I-
are two people that you do not insult in front of a Latino person unless you're ready to die for that shit. It's Selena and Eddie Guerrero.
Selena, yes. Eddie Guerrero, like.
Sean quit.
Sean,
Sean
I'm
quit.
going to say Mo has the high ground here on that particular statement you made.
Yeah, I think
That's fair. That's
Also,
fair.
I live
I'm
in
not-
Texas. Of course, Selena is a popular one here.
Right.
Mo.
All right, so that's mine.
Yeah, it's your turn, Curb.
No, it's your turn, Mo.
I just asked my question.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Did you ask your second question?
I did ask my second. So now it's my turn. To
Oh.
ask the third. Who has returned from an injury I gave them? We do need to leave one open for Kendrick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, actually, no, you won't, because he'll ask questions for y'all. We can have him be like the new person coming in and then build some heat.
Okay.
I was gonna say because he could be coming off of the injury when he comes back. Maybe that's why he's
yeah.
not here right now.
That was kind of my thought.
I like that.
Okay, that works.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll put Kendrick in there for that. Kendrick.
You mean two-tone Tony?
Dude.
And his name is what's his character's name?
Two-tone
Two-tone
Tony.
Tony.
Two-tone. Is he playing in Italian?
No, he's playing a ska kid.
Oh,
Rude
okay.
boy.
That's good. Okay. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that.
God, that new. Justin, I believe it's your turn.
Justin, yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
You're good.
Who is jealous of my rapid rise?
Do I have anything for you? I think I picked one for you last time.
I mean,
I could take that one.
Turbo Killer.
It kind of makes sense because he's probably got the opinion. He's like, man, I've been wrestling way longer than you on the indie scene, and you're like at the top of the card, and you haven't been here long enough. You haven't paid your dues, all that stuff. So,
Ooh, okay, all right. Okay.
there was this great moment where this guy named Kevin Owens, who was big on the indie circuit for years, debuted on Raw against John Cena. And John Cena was like, let me give you some veteran advice. And Kevin Owens was like, I've been doing this for 15 years. You don't get to tell me anything. And so like, it could be like a thing like that.
Okay. I know who John Cena is.
I've never seen him before.
Hey!
God damn it.
That was clever.
I know that
Good
because
one.
of memes.
I know that because of memes too, and because my girlfriend made a joke about it last time we watched the wrestling thing.
Okay. Oh, wait, hold on. Sean, did you ask your next question?
Sean is up.
Yeah.
Oh, am I up?
Mhm.
Oh shit. with whom do I have an old rivalry that can now be restarted?
Curse Grinder. I am gonna blow my voice out playing this character.
Do it. Just do
Bro, you
Nathan
always
explosion
do
the whole
headphones.
time.
That's really fucking brutal.
I was gonna say, Sean, give him pointers how to use do the grapple voice thingy.
I don't even know. I did it in a band for years, and
I
I
would
don't.
say you were
I
in a
still
band
don't know.
doing it.
I know
had
how to. I know how to scream, but I can't do it.
I had a character, and for my MC for my Bless show before I was the MC, sounded like this. I can't do this for a very long time. As a sidekick, that was fine. As the full MC,
It's amazing.
Okay,
Uh,
so I have another heat with
No,
eight.
my turn. Who thinks I don't deserve my mask or overall look?
Ooh, who wants to be heel here?
Corpse Grinder, you already have one, so
Do I have one for you?
you don't.
Okay, then I'll take that
You want that one?
one. Mm-hmm.
All right, now you
Oh.
can go curb.
Who
Okay.
can take everything I can dish out? El Aguila Roja. I mean, you're the only one left that hasn't
That's
taken.
true. But also,
But you don't have to. You don't have to.
no. I actually think that's kind of good because can't wait. I have words. I think just because she is or they are a high like flyer, like they can actually
Mhm.
like heal faster. They're
Well, also
flexible
that
'cause
was like Rey Mysterio's whole deal is he would always go up against dudes that were way bigger than he was,
yeah.
and like he was like his whole character was like a giant killer character for a long time.
Yeah, my promo is like I can take down people twice my size, twice my age,
Yeah,
and I will do it myself. Like,
I'll take down someone 4 times my age. Bring Grandpa out.
I mean, I made the character to be a young buck. Like they're like early 20s, and they're like 5'3" and like super lightweight. Like,
yeah.
Yes, Rey Mysterio, also known as Oscar Gutierrez.
see, Rey Mysterio, I loved back when I watched wrestling
Paprika.
in the 90s. So
I remember Rey Mysterio from when I
So
was-
that one I know.
His son's wrestling now. It's pretty cool. They were a tag team.
Yes.
My only luchador experience is I don't know if you ever watched the movie Jesus Christ Vampire Killer or Vampire Hunter.
No.
No,
But he-
but I'm adding it to my queue as soon as I get off.
Excuse me?
It includes a musical episode, or it includes a musical moment that uses the books of the Bible as the music thing. And at one point, Jesus blesses the ocean to kill a bunch of vampires. But it's also got Santo, the Saint of the Ring, gets called in to help Jesus fight the vampires.
That's amazing.
All right. Who has questions left?
And
All
Justin's
right.
Next. Yes.
Real
I
quick,
only have
Justin, what's your Twitter handle?
at I am Justin Jordan.
All right.
My full government name. I should probably change that, but I've had it forever. So, yeah. My last question is: who has attached themselves to me to feed off my success? And if Kendo is joining, should I leave that for him?
You can, if you want, yeah.
Okay. And that leaves me with, I believe, everyone. I have something for everyone. Cool.
Anybody else have some questions, or are we leaving the last one for Kendo?
Yeah, I think I will leave my unless anybody wants to change theirs because my last one's who's trying to convince me to change my style, my mask, or both. So if even if you want to give up your question and to take that one, y'all can.
I feel like Two Tone Tony wants you to be their trombone player.
Okay, so
Wants you to swap
I-
out the mask for some checkers.
I have a story for later, but it's involving ska, a luchador character, and mask. So like,
That sounds like an amazing
It
story.
sounds like an amazing story.
I will not try to derail us.
All right, so is that everyone asked their questions?
I think so.
Yeah, let's go through. Kirby, how much heat do you have with each person?
I have one with the subscriber, one with El Aguila Roja. Am I saying that right?
Yeah, good enough.
Okay. And two with Ace Winters.
Why is
and
there two
one
for Ace?
with two-tone Tony.
'Cause I'm
Alright.
coming for that ass.
Yeah. Everybody always comes for this.
Set yourself up. You set yourself up.
Shit.
My wife's trying to sleep, and you're making me laugh.
And for the subscriber, what's your heat?
I have one with everyone. Corpse Grinder, Aguila Roja, and Ace Winters. I think I have one for everyone, so that's good. Yeah.
And for Ace?
Yeah, I got one for everybody.
And Aguila Roja?
Same one for everybody.
All right. So, a couple things.
I didn't know you could do more than one for a certain person.
Oh, yeah. You can have. It just means you've got a little bit more heat with somebody.
In that case, I've got one left that I was gonna give to Two Tone Tony, but Corpse, do you want to like double down on this rivalry and give you my last one?
Oh, of course.
Whose spot am
Are
I
you
threatening to
kidding
take
me?
now that I'm here?
Are you kidding me?
All right.
All right. So, you've got 4 stats to go from -2 to a +3. Each gimmick has starting stats, and you make a decision. Usually add +1. It will say on your sheet what it is. Body, look, real, and work. Now, these are a little looser than most Powered by the Apocalypse. Your body is your physical strength and athletic ability. Look is your it factor, your charisma, your ability to talk. Real is your ability to break the fourth wall effectively and entertainingly combine backstage reality with onstage storylines. Breaking kayfabe, you're using real. Work is your technical wrestling skill and how well you tell stories in the ring. A lot of your basic wrestling moves can use any of these. You're not necessarily stuck with one. Your heat with each other wrestler represents how entertaining and compelling your relationship is. Either it can be good, it can be bad. If you have a tag team partner, for example, like you have high heat, that helps you. If you've got like against your enemy, that helps you. Each of you is going to pick a want. You have a series of wants on your character sheet that you want to pick from. One of those is the thing your character is going after. Certain things like the championship title wouldn't be for a few. A few. So if you choose one that's a little less long range, that can give you something, because that will actually, when you achieve your want, that helps bring up your audience, and or rather gives you an advance.
Cool.
Each of you, once you have picked the want, we'll have you go through and tell us what your want is.
Yeah, mine.
Vile. Oh no, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say adulation from the crowd.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, me too.
All right, you want that
Twinsies.
crowd to
You
love
two
you.
are baby faces.
No, the
Oh, wait,
subscriber's
no.
a hill.
Subscriber's a heel. I forgot.
Yeah.
I am.
You're basically a baby face subscriber.
What? See this,
Turn.
ref? Are we just gonna let this happen? Ref,
That's an illegal move.
I was busy checking out someone in the front row. What was happening?
My want is violence.
What? You? Violence?
See? No way.
And what was Ace's?
Mine is to prove I belong on this roster.
Oh,
You're so cute.
you're like the
I'm going
the
for, like-
movie Rudy.
I'm going for like the Daniel Bryan thing where he's like basically the indie guy who's like trying to get into the title picture, but management doesn't believe in him.
Oh.
I see Justin furiously typing. Is he typing Daniel Bryan?
That seems like a yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
Daniel
Alright.
Bryan. Yeah, the professional wrestler known as Brian Lloyd Danielson. Wow, who's currently signed to All Elite Wrestling, where he performs under his real name.
Yeah, he just jumped over there, and I screamed like a little girl because nobody was sure that he was going to debut at the pay-per-view, and he did. And I was like,
Okay, so your roles, babyface or a heel. Right now, each of you give yourself +1 heat with the wrestlers of the opposite role.
Okay.
So if you are a
Okay.
heel, give
Oh.
yourself a +1 with the baby faces, and vice versa.
Damn. You got 3, Ace.
Who's a baby face?
I'm a face.
Okay, so I have heat with Aguila Roja. So 1 for Aguila Roja.
Yep, yeah, +1
Okay.
there, and then +1 for Ace Winter.
Okay.
Wait, is Two-Tone Tony a babyface as well?
I think
I think he was gonna be a heel.
yeah.
Okay.
We can double check when we get that for him. So you
Okay.
have there is a heel move and a face move, which it's going to be on those sheets. It does not actually show up on the Roll20 sheet where I'm seeing it. But the heel move and the face move, those are things that you can use. Very basics. When a babyface stands up for something they believe in, you spend momentum, which we'll talk about in a moment, and you get to pick one from a group of things for the roll moves. And if you do not have the reference sheets, those PDFs open, I would get those open. And the heel, when you do something underhanded to get what you want, you spend 2 momentum. Like the babyface can get +1 heat with an opponent, leave your opponent speechless. Make creative book you in the match, for each match I go through and I determine who is supposed to win. I'm not going to reveal it till towards the end of the match. But if something lets you book you to win, it'll switch it to you or make it you if it already was you. Or expose a villainous behavior to book a cheater to lose a match. The heel can gain +1 heat with their opponent, leave someone helplessly lying on the floor, postpone one of your matches, or cheat in order to book yourself to win a match. And the Lucha Libre, I think you get also you get to add the following as a luchador. An ally comes to your aid and gains +1 heat with them, which I think might show up tonight in a fun way.
Hey, bueno, okay.
So your heat, what you want to do with your heat is you want to essentially build that up with each person. Once you get your heat to, I believe the +4 is the highest that your heat is able to be with any particular person. If you get +4, you gain audience. The people love you so much, it brings your audience up with that person. At that point, as I recall, it resets. So heat you want to build up because it makes you more popular. Your moves, you've got cool, unique things that each person can do, each of those archetypes can do. You're going to choose some of those. It'll tell you how many to choose. And then your audience will say how popular you are. This is how much people like you. Now, if you lose your audience, you get to 0, there is an opportunity for you to be fired. However, the first time you go to 0 audience, you gain an advance. One of those advances is +1 audience. So it can put you in a place where like you're trying to like get your way up. So what you're trying to do is raise up your audience because your audience helps give you momentum at the beginning of the episode. Momentum, everyone starts with 1, and you want to make a note of that. Momentum you can spend to give your roll bonuses. So if you've got like 2 momentum and you spend them, you give a +2 to your roll. And you spend it after the roll takes place. So you want momentum, like heat gets you audience. Audience gets you momentum. All these things can kind of help get you like advances. And there's some various things on how you get your advances. They'll come up during play, but right now we don't have to kind of worry about them. So, if each of you want to take a moment, let's introduce. If you want to just give a moment to introduce your character, tell us a little bit about them, and tell us what is the thing that happened last time that showcased just how badass you are.
Should we do it promo style?
We'll get to the promo
Promo
style.
style.
The first one, this is just sort of like, last time on Beggartok
Right.
Wrestling. If you were in Indianapolis last week, you saw this. If you weren't, you did not have the sweat flying at you. But here in Grand Rapids tonight at Beggartok Wrestling, you're gonna see.
So that's a yes. That's a resounding yes.
Yeah, but the first part, the promos are going to take place shortly after this because I've already booked the match, the show.
Okay.
When we start the episode, that's when we get into promos. But right now,
I gotcha.
describe your character, let them be awesome, and tell us something awesome you did in the last show.
Okay. Well, I want to say because since I like just got here, I was probably like a surprise debut run-in on the last thing and came out. I think that maybe You're gonna need to pronounce your name again for me because I'm bad with it.
Elegiaroha.
Elegiaroha. Okay, Elegiaroha was having a rough time in the ring. They were outnumbered, and I rushed in to help my friend, and we did a little one of these fist bump things, and we both did a duo jump over the rope, senton onto the people, and everyone was so stoked. Ace Winters is really here. Nobody knew he was the hottest free agent in wrestling right now, and nobody knew if he was going to sign or not. But he's here, and now everyone's like, "Who's his debut match going to be against?"
And I think with that match too, Alligator has like probably been like maybe like around for just a little bit, like maybe like a couple months, if that.
Mhm.
And from last time, before A showed up, they're like kind of like in like the peak of the match. They were able to do like a top rope, like a backflip body slam sort of situation.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like a cent backflip, so it'd be like a moonsault, like onto somebody.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, so that'd be a moonsault.
I'm gonna pull up terminology so I actually know things. Like I know the words. It's just it's been a hot second since I've seen them in my
Right.
eyeballs. But yeah, I think that's it. Oh my god, Google has dark themes. Sorry. Give
Don't worry,
me
Mo.
that.
That's actually really important.
Yeah.
Give me that.
Hold on, I'm looking for it now.
All right.
All right, who wants to go next? I guess.
Yeah.
I'll go. Corpse Grinder was in a match in Boston last week. Broke Two-Tone Tony's ankle in an accident in the ring.
Oh, he
They
botched
obviously
it.
they obviously played it off. And yeah, it got a lot of attention on the national circuit because it's a big deal, big injury. We're not introducing really anything else though, right? That's for later.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's where I'm at.
And Justin.
Okay. So Paul Jackson, also known as the Subscriber, is coming off of an undefeated streak because last week, not only did he beat one, he beat two of the champions of the 1979 Wrestling League. It was a blowout. I destroyed them so easily that no one should be asking questions of me. I'm here.
Did you find my grandpa's?
Oh, I destroyed them.
Okay,
Yes.
you destroyed my grandpa's. Got it.
Yes, I did. It wasn't even a competition. I was like, boom, bop, boop, done. By the way, you can catch me in my new cameo in the Furiously Fast movies. I play a character named Jackson Paul. Yes, who's an expert driver. So please go check out that movie. Also, if you want some pretty good drink, check out my new drink called Paul Fuel. Use code Paul Jackson for 20% off.
God,
Wait,
I can smell the
guys-
people
I
who
hate it.
drink Paul Fuel.
Also known as P Fuel, but that's beside the point.
Sir.
Excuse me, Paul. We at corporate asked you to stop calling it P Fuel instead of other people. Like it sends a message we're not thrilled with.
Sir. Excuse me, sir.
I thought we screen tested that.
We found out P Fuel did not work well on Twitter and TikTok. There's some rather unflattering jokes about you because of it.
Oh, okay. Let's call it PJ Fuel. It's okay. I've already booked the deal with Addison Rae. We'll make it work.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, make that PJ Fuel.
All right.
Delish.
All right. So we start off. Grand Rapids. Are you ready? Crowd just kind of goes nuts and goes,
Yeah.
we are here in Michigan and we are ready to give you the South of the North. what it is that you're looking for.
So,
And first, that's going to hit ourselves backstage. So the very first one, the way the actual wrestling works, we have a couple things that like we're going to start off with sort of cutting promos. Then when we get in there, like you each have a chance to do like work the audience or cheap heat, which are two of the moves there that give you an opportunity to raise like cheap heat. If you insult or praise the audience of the hometown, you gain extra momentum. And like if you happen to have like poker chips or something and you want to have those, that's a way of Mootly just showed that PJ is also not going to be is going to be a problem, but we'll get that later. You gain extra momentum, and it's a cheap way of doing it, and it is exactly the kind of thing that happens. Using the cheap heat, or you can also work the audience when you pump up, lambast, or otherwise work to get the crowd cheering or jeering. You roll, and if you've not played PBTA before, it'll say like roll plus audience, which means you roll 2d6, and then you add whatever your audience score is, which starts off at 1. And a 7 to 9 is a weak hit. Like theirs, they play along, gain 1 momentum. A 10 plus is a strong hit. They pop big. If you want, you can spend 1 momentum to gain plus 1 heat with your current or upcoming opponent. Else, bask in the moment and gain plus 1 momentum. On a botch, which is a 6 or less, you lost them. You cannot work the audience again this episode. You can work them multiple times, but gain plus 1 momentum. A lot of these will get you some of those extra momentum. So you'll be able to do those things on the way in, and then when we do the actual stuff in the ring, we'll kind of go through and talk about how that particular works. But our first match for tonight, we go backstage. The first match of this evening is Ace Winters versus the Subscriber. I would like to start Subscriber with this promo. Back there, you have got Mr. Minetti, who's one of those announcers, just kind of turns and goes, well, Subscriber, like, how do you feel about your opponent finally coming out against Ace Winters?
Oh, Ace Winters is a joke. I don't even know how he got here. You know what? Word on the street is he had to buy himself a ticket onto this. I did it all on my own with a small loan of $1 million. I built my entire business by myself. Who is this guy? You know? And if he's smart, he'll just walk out that building right now before he gets crushed under my follower count.
That's a deep cut because that boy was on WWE as well.
I fucking love it. Okay, so that is your cutting a promo. What you're going to do is, if you have your basic moves open, I would suggest you have the under the reference sheet. It's page 3. The first 2 are for me, and then page 3, you have the basic moves you use for wrestling. Essentially, this is where the rules intersect with the game. So you have cut yourself a promo. So go ahead and roll 2d6 and add your look to it. What is your look stat?
My look stat is +2.
All right, roll and add 2.
Okay, so we're using roll 20 for this.
Or you can do if you want to roll in person, you can do that too.
It's 2d6. Does that work?
Oh, yeah. You also can probably click, if you have it typed in, you can probably click the dice next to the the stat.
If you bring up your character sheet.
Okay. Hold on.
What you can do there is just click on look where it's got those 2 dice, and it will roll it for you automatically and add the +2. 13. All right. The audience goes crazy. So, you'll notice there's a 7 to 9 list. You get to choose 2 of those because of how kick-ass you just made your promo.
Okay, so 7 to 9, you need to hit your finisher twice. That one?
Oh, no. So if you see where it says cut a promo under basic moves, it's the second basic move from the top.
Basic moves
on page 3 of the reference sheets.
Page 3 of the reference sheet. Okay.
Left inside.
Yeah, the second one down there is cut a promo.
I'm so sorry. Okay.
Hold on, there you go.
If you're new to PBTA takes a little bit getting used to.
I put it in
once
chat.
You got it, it goes well.
We take the Okay, you have their attention. Pick one. Make creative, book you in a match. Add a stipulation to a regular match. Okay, I'm gonna add a stipulation. Okay.
I would say stipulations are very specific, like
Ladder match, cage match, falls count anywhere.
Ladder match.
Yeah, things along those lines.
No.
Do a ladder match. Make my day.
What is the
I'm a
one where
high-flyer,
if you
baby.
touch outside the ring, like is that like a moat match or something?
I'll have to find the stipulations. Yeah, so stipulations essentially change the style of match that you are playing.
Okay.
And what they can do is they can add just all sorts of really kind of fun and interesting things too.
One of my moves lets me add the hardcore stipulation.
Okay. My stipulation is that it's a cage match.
Oh.
Ooh.
All right.
I've heard that one before because I know wrestling.
I'm absolutely gonna try and Jeff Hardy off the top of the cage. Weird.
I
You
tend
pick another
to
one
Jeff
too.
Hardy off the cuff. Google. Yeah, so
It's a cage
whoever
match, and I get to
escapes the
pick one more.
cage first wins the match with a cage match.
Ooh. Oh, you have
Um,
to escape the cage. Okay.
Yeah, so the big thing here, and there's not any other specific rules for it. Your big thing here, and Sean, if this is true for the cage matches, it's more who can get up. It's up. They have to climb up to the top, right, and then go out the.
Yeah. So in WWE, you either have to climb up and over the top, or sometimes they'll let you like open the door, which is usually the heel way to do it. But
Okay.
All right, so you're making it a cage match, and what is your other? What are you using for your second? Because you get to choose two of those.
Okay. I'm going to. Let's make creative book you in the match.
All right, that means you are now booked to win, and I'll tell you this: you originally were not the one booked to win. I was gonna have it be a babyface because of what's coming up.
you're gonna make me lose my debut.
No, the thing is depending on what happens with the other promo. So that promo goes there, and then we cut across. And like, Ace, you heard what was said. What are you bringing tonight?
Subscriber doesn't know who I am. That's fine. The people of Grand Rapids, Michigan know who I am. I've wrestled every bingo hall. I've wrestled every ballroom. I've wrestled everywhere. Here, and here. I've wrestled all over Michigan.
Take +1 momentum for Cheap Heat. The crowd, yeah! We're on the mitten!
That's where we
I
live.
was like, wait a second, is that a Michigan reference?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Michigan is the mitten. Because it's got
Oh my gosh, I'm
this
from
thing
Ohio.
sticking
This
off
works.
from Wisconsin, and then my entire family is in the mitten.
There used to be a tag team called the Motor City Machine Guns, and that was their thing. They would always come out doing that.
Hell
but-
yeah.
Yeah, so he says that, and then he closes it out with, "Get ready, because Winters is here," and then he
All right,
walks
so
off.
yeah, you get the +1 momentum for the Cheap Heat, and this is something you can still end up getting. Justin, if there's a point you can get a Cheap Heat once per episode. Go ahead and make your promo roll then, Sean, with the Ace with plus your look.
So I'd also like to point out that my two abilities are 10-year veterans, so I start out with +2 instead of +1 for my audience, and then
Nice.
also whenever my other thing is seen it all, so I've wrestled in every kind of venue and every kind of opponent there is. So every time I wrestle a match with a stipulation, I gain +1 momentum at the beginning of the match. So
God
Oh,
damn.
you may have made a mistake.
I'm
So
walking in with +4 momentum.
So I literally
that's
have
swagger.
to kill you.
That's
Make-
incredible.
Make your roll and add your look.
Oh.
What'd you get?
That's a 10.
10. All right, you get to pick 2 because you also got a strong hit.
So which two things? Sorry, it's on the
Oh,
reference
so
sheet
yeah,
you
on
said?
the base. So I would definitely
put
have
it
up
in
the
the chat.
reference sheets. Yeah, I'd have up the reference sheets starting on page 3, which you'll be using is mostly page 3 and 4, and then also some things on page 5 for the in-match moves.
I just put it in the chat so it's easier to people to
Okay.
find. Yeah.
I'm gonna gain 1 heat with the subscriber,
Mm-hmm.
and I am going to. I guess what's the other one that would fit? We've already got a stipulation with the cage match. I mean, no, because then it's already that. So make creative book you in a match. Is that tonight or is that another match?
That can be this one right now.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
So basically, we may have just taken that away from you. There are ways to also have them change that booking again. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Tell us who wants to start their entrance. Tell us what your entrance is, and entrance music is like.
Is this between me and Sean?
Yep.
I
Okay.
feel like you should enter first because usually heel goes first, unless the heel's the champion. But also because you did your promo first.
All right. So the lights all turn off, and one spotlight from like the center of the ceiling comes down, and as Gangnam Style like plays in the background, I'm like doing backflips. I'm like strapped into a little wire as I'm live streaming on my phone, taking like selfies with like the whole crowd and stuff like that. And so I land in the crowd and I crowd surf into the ring.
I love that. It's amazing.
I want to punch him. I love him. It's so
I
great.
hate how much
This
I love.
is
I
so
love
great.
how
You
much
don't
I
remember
hate
the
I
hit
love him.
song Gangnam Style?
That's perfect.
I don't have
All
to do
right.
that.
Oh, just do all the lights come up on the Gangnam Style? Like that
Yes.
thing at the end. All right,
So
Ace.
Ace comes out. So he has like blue and pink strobes going off. He comes out to like a synth wave track because his whole aesthetic is very like cyberpunk, very like vaporwave type stuff. And he's got like those colored smoke sticks that he like walks down the ramp with and everything. And it's super like his whole like entrance. He has like a jacket on that has like LEDs on it, and it's all super extra. He slides into the ring and does like a kip up, and then like goes up on the turnbuckle and is like pointing at everybody and backflips off the turnbuckle to show off how agile he is.
All right, so as this happens, also remember you can use like uh, Justin, since you have not, you can use at some point like the work the audience, like that cheap heat or work the audience to gain momentum. So you're each both going to chance, and I'm using the quick start thing here that takes us through. You're both going to chance to show off in the ring. Whoever has control of the match, or holds or strikes or whatever that is, but whoever controls the match narrates a sequence of wrestling moves that culminates in an important, impressive, or dangerous maneuver that advances that story of the match. That's the big spot. Like for example, what you're supposed to do is like it starts off like this, and you pick up the first die if this is in person. Then the other person says how they react to it, and then the first person then says, "Here's how it sort of finishes." Picks up the second die, makes the roll to see how well it goes. And then there's some stuff in there that it can switch who's in charge. There'll be a wrestling move that goes along with that. The control of the match might change that then, or you might keep it, in which case you continue narrating the next sequence. Now, the person who isn't in control can use the interrupt move to cut in and take control of the match. So if you look at the reference sheets, so on page 4, we have essentially all of these wrestling moves, or there's wrestling moves. Page 5 is the in-ring. If you want to take control of the match, spend 1 momentum and narrate how you counter, disrupt, or otherwise take control. And now you have control of the match and narrate the next sequence. That's one of the things you can do, and there's also other things. When we're in the ring, this is the main stuff we're looking at. They're on page 5. The stuff on page 4 is like the various roles and stipulations, specialist moves. Page 3 are the basic ones that can involve break kayfabe. If you do some sort of really cool athletic feat, if you decide to work the audience or someone does a run-in, that works there. You can also use other moves as well, like work the audience. When the match is getting towards the end, I'm going to reveal who I've already decided is winning the match, but that has already been booked for what you did for your promos. If you want to swerve my booking, you can. There's also things like break kayfabe or the heel move will let you switch that again towards the end. What we have to do is then make it seem like that was always the plan. There's sometimes another thing on your sheet will be appropriate. Whoever's booked to win gets to hit their finishing move at the end of the match, and then they kind of basically see how well it works. Before we get started, our other two, you get to act as announcers. So when these two are in the ring, you're not just sitting there watching. You get to be announcers, and one of you, I'll let you choose who wants to be it, is the actual announcer who actually gets the ability once per match to put over another wrestler. What you thought they did was so cool, you can say, I'm going to put them over, describe what's happening, because they'll describe this stuff, and you're announcing it to the audience. But you can say, I'm going to put them over, which means you get to basically bump up their move. If it was a botch that failed, you turn that into a partial success. If it's a partial success, you can move that into a full success. You get to help one of them when they do something incredibly cool. But you can put over each wrestler once per match. And
You got this, Mo. That's all you.
All right, I'll be Cotton from.
All right, so you're going to be
Bold
the
move,
announcer.
Cotton. Let's see how it pays off.
Oh yeah, the thing is, there's a couple different ways to look at this. You can create a persona that is an announcer that you're playing. Your wrestler could be the one to pop in. We could have a number of announcers, like each person could have their own. But right now, both of you can act as announcers. It's just that, you have got the power, once each, to put them over. Because what they did was so fucking cool, you want it to be a little bit better. All right. So, wrestling matches have beats to them, like any other story. You have control, so narrate. So narrate a setup move or your initial attack, and you pick up the first die. Your opponent responds. You have control, so you get to say if they actually do happens or not, if it works into your plan. They have a chance to say what they're doing. Narrate the reaction to the response, which may be a transitional move or something like a crowd-pleasing taunt or whatever. And then you pick up the second die, say how it finishes, and then make the roll. I think what would be fun here, since we started off with the subscriber in the ring, Ace comes up. I don't think the subscriber's probably going to wait too long to get this shit going. I'm starting, Justin. You got control of the ring. You can go ahead and start narrating what happens and what do you do.
All right. I say on my live stream, hey guys, surprise giveaway. I'm giving away one free hit on Ace Winters. But you have to like and follow if you don't follow me, I don't know if I can message you about the prize. So you have to follow me, right? And so a bunch of people follow him, and he finds someone in the audience. He invites them to the stage, and he's like, come on, get one free hit on Ace Winters. He takes the fan's legs and uses it as a bat to hit Ace Winters over the head. I call this one Clash of Fans. Download my app and use code the subscriber for 20% off.
Mo, put him over.
Hit him with the fan.
Already? It just started.
Yeah, so okay, what is, and so then you get to ask, this is where you would, like, if in a person you pick up one die, Ace, what is your reaction to this?
So I feel like because it would help it look more like a heel move on his part, he does this while I'm kind of like on the turnbuckle facing the crowd, pointing out to the crowd, and I get hit in the back and kind of like spin the cat over the top of the turnbuckle. And what he'd want to do, like you said, he's on the turnbuckle, so he gets hit over the top rope. So he catches the other side, and because he's a high flyer, now that he's there, he's going to try and like jump up and springboard off of the top rope and kind of hit him with a forearm, coming back into the ring, because got to start with the high spot.
All right.
Okay.
Then how do you react? And then you get to make your roll. Now you get to make your roll using, if it shows your physical strength, acrobatic skill, or move, it uses your body. If it showcases your technique or creates or subverts what the audience expects, it's work. If it work with your opponent to showcase an innovative or exciting maneuver, it's the heat that you have. So that's what you'll end up rolling for when you use your wrestling.
Okay, so this is an athletic feat because I'm throwing a fan at him. I'm
That's
guessing.
incredible.
So I'm going to roll for, but I have +0 to body, so we'll see if this
Well,
turns
saying,
out.
when he comes at you with the elbow, I hit you with the elbow. What do you do? Like, what's
Oh.
your response? Because your response then leads us
Oh.
into the roll. Because basically we have you set it up, they react, you finish off the series of. This could be something that's like a grapple into a throw into the thing. They come back, hit you. You might then grab, throw, or hit or whatever, and then that's when you make the roll. When he comes back, you
Okay.
said Ace, you elbowed him.
Yeah, so he like basically jumped up and landed his feet on the top ropes to jump off of the ropes and hit him with the forearm.
And then Justin.
Okay. I'm going to
Instead of green, which is better than the red. So yeah, so it looks like we're at least now going.
Is your Ethernet hooked up?
Yeah, I'm directly hooked in. It's just, I mean, very occasionally we have some problems with our internet, just in the
Gotcha.
thing, but not often. Okay, I think we are back.
Cool.
Okay, so we had weirdness go on. Yeah, you are putting Justin up. So Justin, your choice. Do you hand control of your match over to Sean and gain that +1 momentum, or do you want to retain control of the match?
So if I gain the momentum, does that make me win more, or
Momentum means you can spend that later on to add to your roll. So you can go like, oh hey, if I had 1 more point or 2 more points, I would bring that up to like a success or a big hit, and then you can just go ahead and go, oh, I'm gonna do that.
Mhm.
So basically, it's a floating +1 that you can use whenever during the match.
Okay, so I'm going to hand control over the match over to Sean and get that momentum.
All right. Take your +1, and I think I think Kirby, if you're gonna go use the bathroom, and then tell us what you do.
I have 2 fans in the ring. Probably knocked out because of Ace Winter's punches. So I am going to get close to them on the ground and be like,
well, no, because you handed it over to Ace, so Ace now gets to gets to take
never
control.
mind. I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
He'll give you a chance to be able to do.
So I guess you said that the cage is like just starting to like finish lowering.
Yeah, it's
And
like maybe
so I
like get to
guess-
the top of the ropes right now. Like
Yeah, well, because that was the top rope spot was before the cage lowered, and so I think that Ace, to avoid further innocent bloodshed, is kind of like kicking the guys out to roll out from under the bottom of the ropes just before the cage lowers. So it's just me and my opponent in the ring, and then kind of walks up to him and is going to grab Justin or grab. It was the influencer?
Paul Jackson,
Sorry.
the subscriber,
right? And do the Irish whip into the ropes to get him to bounce off the ropes. And then how far do I get to go with this?
You get to go to a point where then he gives his reaction. You kind of, so it could be like, boom, I do whatever, and then ask what he does. It's kind of up to you on this.
Right. So he whips him into the ropes so that he has to bounce off the ropes to run back at him. And then I'm going to drop and lay flat to like see if I can get him to jump over and do the drop kick spot.
Okay.
So how do you react?
All right. So the drop. Okay. So I'm like on the ground, right?
No. So you're bouncing off the ropes, running back at me, and I'm.
Okay.
Are basically, you can try and like stomp me, or you can try and jump over.
Let's see. I want to. Let's try like maybe sweeping Ace Winter's legs. Like
Okay.
I'm running at him, he's coming in high, and then I go low and sweep his legs. Like, wah!
Okay, yeah, I can. So he's whipping him again, and so instead of me dropping down, you're just kind of trying to sweep the leg.
Yeah, let's try that.
Okay. And then
is that a roll? All right.
Is that where the roll
finish
happens,
it.
or do
No,
we-
then it comes back to you and go, how do you respond? Then they give the announcer, and then you make the roll.
Gotcha. So with him coming back, and I guess he's gonna just like, kind of dive in for a leg sweep. My response, I guess, would be to just jump and try and dodge the leg sweep.
Okay.
So if our announcers want to go ahead and make their announcements.
Well, oh, sorry. Well, what do you think?
It looks like the subscribers getting a little leg up in the competition.
And I think the announcer's just giving you a look, like, get the fuck out of my booth.
Ace Winters gets up and, or Ace Winters, the corpse rider just gets up and leaves.
Anywho, back to the real action here. We see that Ace is trying to get the upper hand by whipping the subscriber into the ropes, but one's going high and the other one's going low. Let's see what happens.
Make your roll.
And this is body, right?
So this will be Sean will make the roll.
Oh,
You
okay.
decide- so it looks like you're using your techniques, your physical strength, or are you showcasing innovative or exciting maneuver? It requires you both to achieve.
I guess
Okay.
it would just be technique. This is kind of a pretty run of the mill basic move.
Yep. So technique, roll using your work.
Jeez.
What'd you get?
Can I have 6. Can I
Yikes.
spend momentum to bump that up to a 7?
Yeah. If you want to spend some momentum,
Oh no.
All right, so I'm gonna take away 1 of my momentum to bump that up to a 7.
all right. Choose whether to hand control of the match to your opponent and gain +1 momentum, or you want to maintain control of the match.
I want to maintain control of the match just for this next part.
Okay.
So I'm gonna jump over him, which is gonna cause him to run and bounce off the other side of the ropes, and then I'm gonna try and spin around and hit him with a clothesline.
Oh.
Oh, what's your reaction?
I'm going to try and grab his arm, maybe, and like if he's clotheslining me, I like grab his arm and try like elbow his elbow to like grr. If that makes any sense. To
All
break
right.
his arm.
Ace,
Oh
what's
my-
your reaction?
All right, so with him grabbing my arm and dropping the elbow, I'm gonna bring my legs up and wrap around his other arms and try and roll him into a roll-up pin.
Oh.
All right.
Oh no.
I would make your roll, and then they will do their announcement, and they get to decide whether they want to put you over.
All right. That's a 14.
Oh shit.
All right, yeah. So 14. Yeah. Crowd pops. You nail the spot. You retain control. Gain +1 momentum. Announcers, if you want to describe that.
I'm by myself now, apparently. So.
No. There's a new announcer in the
Oh,
booth.
there's a new announcer? And I think this one's just like slapping you in the arm, like, oh my god.
Please be Jim Ross.
It
Fuck
looks
off.
like the subscriber is taking Ace Winters out. No, that's not what I meant to say. Fuck.
Yeah. But
I meant to say it looks like Ace Winters is taking the laundry out with that clothesline.
Hey.
I mean, I was trying, but like, look at the subscriber, trying to like counter it. But Ace is so smart, like just knowing in a quick second just to wrap his legs around the subscriber to take him down. Oh, so good.
Easy.
Look, do what I want. Why do you think I have this job?
There's a lot. There's a lot of unavoidable innuendos in wrestling. That's just the way it is.
It looks like Ace Winters is going to be rolling out some dough.
Oh my god, do I have to get rid of you too? Jesus, fuck.
I'm the unwanted commentary.
All right, Sean, you get this will probably be going into. Well, I would say it's right now. Yeah, currently we have a face win here because of the way stuff got booked. We can kind of what you'll do now is the two of you will come into the finishing move.
Okay.
The finishing move is double check. It's a little different. Also, the finishing move, you end up rolling. You can use momentum, but you don't get to use one of your. You don't get to use your stats for the finishing move.
Gotcha.
So yeah, so we want to describe here. It'll be the same as it was previously.
Okay, so I'm going into my finishing move spot.
Yep.
Okay. So he does the roll up pin, and subscriber manages to kick out at 2. There's kind of a scramble to our feet, and I would grab him in a hold, and my finisher is the Turbo Killer, which is a pump handle flipping face buster. So he hooks the arm and spins him around and drops him on his face.
Oh no!
I have a video if anyone's interested.
All right. So yeah. So you're booked to win. Just roll 2d6 straight. You're not adding anything.
I'm just rolling 2d6 straight.
Yep. You can use momentum once you get it, but you can't add anything else.
I gotcha. Just straight 2d6.
I think it's just slash roll space 2d6.
Yeah,
that's an 11.
Slash roll 2d6.
Dang.
Yep, you got it right.
Why do the dice always like you, Sean? I don't.
What did you roll?
Boy, got to look hot on his debut. Like,
what did you roll?
That was an 11.
Well, yeah, you hit your finisher clean. You get +1 audience. As
I'm hurt.
Sort of goes, and I'm assuming then do you head off like out of the ring?
Right. I head out of the cage, and I'm assuming I immediately get jumped by subscribers' goons.
Is that what happens?
Oh, so I get to make up a finishing move?
Well, no, because the finishing move happened here. You've lost this match.
Mm-hmm.
However, it does make sense. Do you have your entourage do anything?
I'm gonna pull out my like cracked phone and be like, it's time for a brand deal. And I'm a group of mechanics come from the crowd. They look like they work from a hardware store, and they take car batteries and they plug it to the cage so it's electrified. So when Ace Winters puts his hand on the cage to like exit, he's electrified.
So the subscriber kills Ace Winters.
Wins by murder.
It isn't like a murder thing. Maybe they're real, maybe they're not.
Hey,
but,
there was an actual wrestling moment where Undertaker's brother hooked the car battery up to the son of the company's balls. So wrestling's weird sometimes.
So he gets hit with some electrocution or while he's trying to get out.
All right. So he's kind of halfway over, and then the electrocution starts, and he kind of like falls because Ace probably would have signed up for that because like he's big on like, big dramatic high spots. So he still wins, but he wins by falling off the top of the cage to the outside and doing the mankind spot where it goes to the table.
Oh God.
That's awesome.
It's amazing. He comes while he's on the ground with his head covered, he blades. So he gets the crimson mask because he's super dramatic and wants to show everybody how tough he is.
All right, camera cuts over to the ringleader and goes, I don't think we've seen the last of these two in the ring tonight. We got coming up a tag team match. Elegia Roja and Ace Winters versus Corpse Grinder and the Subscriber. A last chance at victory and glory. And it
should I would have saved the big spot for later if I'd known that.
The camera kind of cuts over to Elegia Roja.
Okay.
To make your promo.
All right. And I think they're just backstage, and Yeah, they're just sitting there and they're just not paying attention. They're talking to you off camera and they're like, "Oh, hola, ¿qué pasa?" And just sort of like leans in and makes sure the camera's just like a little like, there we go, just enough. Like just, I can't lower my camera for some odd reason. And they're like, "So we're doing a tag team match with Ace. Ace, I saw your fight. Are you sure you're up for it? I mean, I know you're good, but like, don't let me down, boy." And who are we fighting again? Was that announced?
Yeah,
It's
it'll
Corpse
be
Grinder and
basically it'll
Subscriber.
be you and Corpse
Oh.
Grinder in a tag team match. It'll be you and Ace versus Corpse Grinder and the Subscriber.
Corpse Grinder, subscriber. I don't know. He might be a little out of it, and if he's gonna pull some shit like he did in the ring, in that cage match, we gotta be on our toes. But I don't fall down to cheap gimmicks, or doodads, or try to resort to violence and bloodshed. I show people the real match. I show people the real wrestling, and that's what I'll do tonight.
All right, go ahead and make a roll with your look. You got the look.
Oh,
And just
God,
in
that
case
looks
I closed
bad.
out Firefox completely, so I don't have roll 20. You just have to let me know what the roll is.
Alright. What is my look? Oh, it's a -1. Great, cool. Whoa, why does it say no character was found? Syntax error.
R.I.P.
Rip.
I killed the Aguila roll.
Alright, 2d6 minus 1. Can I do it like that? There we go. That's a 10.
All right, so with a 10, with your cut of promo, you get 2 from the 7 to 9 list.
I'm
Book you in the
gonna...
match, add a stipulation, come out to respond. They come out to respond to your promo, or gain +1 heat with the subject of your promo.
Hold on. I copied it over here and I was looking in the books. Kind of like the idea of creative booking the match. And then I want them to come out to respond to the promo.
All right, Corpse Grinder, how do you come out? So give me half a second. Let me restart again. I don't know what the hell's up with my internet tonight.
It's this cursed game.
No, I mean, usually it's fine. I don't know what's going on. In just a second.
It's playing really loud. And then on a microphone, you're going to hear something like, I was told there was a tag team. Me and the subscriber, my old friend. I guess it's time to freeze some bones and clip some wings. And then I'm going to just run into the ring like full speed.
All right.
I like it.
So now I roll look.
Mhm.
Cut my promo. What I get? I can't see.
Oh no.
Did I fail? I can't even see what I got.
Yeah. It's a
God damn it.
4.
4. Unbelievable.
Yikes.
Gain +1 momentum though. Okay.
All right. Yeah, with the 4, that does not go terribly well. Yeah, botch. It does not connect. You do gain +1 momentum, and then we end up on our way to the ring.
Remind me never to roll and roll 20 again.
Right.
Jesus.
All right. Let us go ahead and let's start with our face. As y'all are coming down, we probably give. So there is a tag team move that's on page 5. When you're in a tag team match, you can do the following. If you make a hot tag to your partner to bring them into the match at a critical moment, roll plus heat with them. They gain the result of that wrestling move, which could be retain control, gain momentum, choose whether to gain momentum or retain control, or botch. If you abandon the team, you can spend 2 momentum and describe how you leave your partner to the mercy of the other team. This books your team to lose the match, and you gain +1 heat with each other. All right. So, Elegia, we can go ahead and start with you.
Yeah. So it's like the low beats and it's going off by Snow the Product going off the back down with like the starting like high pitched like piano. I don't know exactly. I don't know musical noses. And Elegia just comes up and like the red lights are flashing and they're just like waving and dancing to the song as they're going down like the ramp and giving like high fives along the way and like pausing real quick to take a selfie with some fans and and eventually is able just to hop into the ropes, but does it off the top rope, like just basically just sort of like easily bounds over. And the top rope probably comes up to like they're short, so like
All right. Yeah, and then yeah, what is the? Did we talk about Corpse Grinder's entrance?
Yeah. we
Yeah,
did
that was the He comes
Yeah.
in with the music and just kind of sprints into the ring and like kind of dives through the middle ropes, rolls up onto his feet, and he just kind of does one of these, kind of thing.
All right. So yeah. So basically, Elegia Roja, you can now describe the move that you do inside to start going after him. So basically, you set up the move, you do something, kind of bring him into place where he can do a reaction, and then you
Yeah.
say how it finishes.
Yeah, so I think because he slid in and they just bounded over. I think they're just gonna keep the momentum going of them bouncing and
Mhm.
like do like a somersault and like sort of do like a sort of like a pounce dive sort of tackle to them, sort of like pouncing through
Mhm.
and like just rolling and keep going and like trying to bounce off the other ropes across the way.
All right. What's your reaction to that?
Okay, so you're kind of like leaping
Yeah.
head first on top of me, kind of thing, but
Kind
like
of
rolling
like you're here, kind of like knocking you over and trying
into
to
my
like, keep-
chest. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna attempt to like sidestep and grab you by the head, by like around the neck with my arm as you kind of like jump into me, and then like turn and throw you into the ropes.
Yes. I love that. And I think as you throw me, I like twist and then like sort of like instead of being like thrown into the ropes, I do like a turn fast enough where I'm like able to
I'll do
catch
the
myself.
619 through it.
Yeah. And yeah, I'm able to catch the ropes and like be able to slide through and like swing around and like
Oh, yeah.
whip them.
Hell
whip
yeah.
them. Yeah.
All right. So what you do now is go ahead and make your roll. Your roll for the wrestling move is. This seems like physical strength, acrobatic skill, or signature move. Which that's with body. Technique is work, and showcasing innovative or exciting maneuver is use your heat.
Okay. I think I'm gonna go with. So I roll first.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with body just
Okay.
because I have
That's what it
amazing
sounds like.
athleticism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like. Yeah, go ahead and roll plus body.
Let's see. Will it freak out on me again? Oh, it's gonna keep freaking out on me. Okay. Never mind. I'll just roll by hand.
Up, roll 20.
Corpse Grinder. Jeff Baker's here.
That's a 9.
Oh.
All right, so with a 9 on the wrestling, you get their attention. You choose whether now hand control over to your opponent gain +1 momentum. Momentum you can use to add a plus, like to add bonuses to what you roll later, or you can retain control of the match.
I will do the momentum thingy.
All right, so gain momentum and then hand it over. With Corpse Grinder, what do you do?
So this means I make the first move then, right?
Yeah, so basically, like you make the move to the point where she gets to respond, and then you then get to be the one to say how it ends. Then you make your roll.
Okay. So, Elegia Roja, you had swung around and kind of landed. Are you
So-
inside or outside the ropes?
So you threw me into the ropes. I
Yeah.
grabbed the rope in time, flew between the top and the middle rope, turned my body enough to like come around and whip you with my legs.
Okay. So,
And
I'm
I think
going
that's where we
to-
ended. Yeah.
I'm going to, as your legs come across underneath me, I'm going to like just step back once and lift my foot up and just stomp on your leg, like a hard like a, I don't even know, like some kind of like a
Yeah.
hammer stomp or something. I don't know. That's going to be the name of it. It's going to be called the hammer
It's
stomp.
gonna be called like hammer stuff.
Yeah. And I'm just going to step back and just kind of lift my leg up and just like almost like slow a little bit and just crush down on it.
I think as you go to stomp, I think my legs like you're trying to go for both, and like I do like split, and so you completely miss. And then like I do like I close my legs and like try to like do you like get you to like grapple.
Okay. And
Yeah.
as you do that, I kind of go with it, and I just twist my body and just bring an elbow right down on your chest.
Oh yes.
Just like fall. I just fall full force right onto your chest. And so now I make a roll.
Yeah.
So this could be this actually would go with a couple. Is this physical strength, athletic skill, or signature move? That's body. Showcase your technique, create or subvert what the audience expects, or demonstrate a signature maneuver that requires skills. It's your work. If both of you are working to showcase an innovative or exciting maneuver, that's heat. The heat that you have with each other. Jeffrey's got the hammer stomp.
Hammer stomp. Yeah, this is my signature move now.
Do you see this someone put up at one of the wrestling things recently? Play Disco Elysium, you weebs.
That's funny. I have 0 in body and 0 in work, so
this makes sense. It could be the two of you working together to make this thing.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you think? What do you think, Mo? You want to go with a heat move?
Yeah, let's do a heat move.
Okay. I have a 2 in heat, and I'm rolling in my dice tray because I hate roll 20s dice. That's a 12.
All right.
Good job.
Yeah, the crowd pops. You retain control and gain +1 momentum.
Hell yeah, baby.
What do you do?
So I fall like elbow.
Yeah, you
first.
follow me, and I'm just like
I
just like
crush the right in their chest,
and like
and
I
then,
just like they crawl over and like they're like grabbing their chest a bit as like sort of like to ham it up.
And then I'm gonna as soon as they kind of like roll over and start to like get up, I'm gonna like flip around and grab them around like this by the neck and just like swing them over my shoulder and like slam them like chest first into the ground. Or that's my plan anyway.
Yeah. And
I'm
I
just
think
on the rope, just like waiting for the hot tag.
Yeah, Elegina, what's your response?
so basically they'll as they're getting thrown and trying to be slammed, they curl up and like you like curl up their legs or their chest so they land like on their feet instead of like in their chest, and they sort of like bound up and like sort of like use your momentum against you and keep going with you still holding onto them and trying to like throw you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So pulling you over, you're gonna curl up, try and pull me back over top of you.
Yeah, and then just launch you.
I think when that happens, I'm
like
going
in a suplex.
I think when that happens, I'm going to attempt to just sit down on the ground, like full force backwards, like reverse my momentum, which I think
sandbag
will be
it.
difficult, but yeah, that'll be what I try to do.
I love that.
All right, yeah, go ahead and make your roll. That sounds like that's probably body. Is your physical strength?
I'm thinking body. I have a 0 in body, so 9. Okay.
Yeah, you now get to choose whether to hand control the match to the opponent and gain +1 momentum, or retain control of the match.
I will hand over control and gain +1 momentum.
Okay.
Nice.
And also need to remember things like, if you haven't already, things like using cheap heat to gain momentum from the audience can still be used.
Where do we find cheap heat like ideas?
So based on the basic moves, you go back to page 3. A couple of those things like cheap heat you can still use. Depending on what you do, break kayfabe when you expose legitimate truth on camera, because you can also talk with the audience during parts of these. Those can end up doing some stuff there as well. Sometimes if you just do an athletic feat, if you just want to show off how awesome you are to gain extra heat, because what you want to do, you want to bring your heat up with your opponent, because that will bring up your audience, and if you get your audience all the way up, you get in the top spot, and the top spot gets like basically you're like the golden child of the moment. You can also work the audience directly if you want to gain extra momentum or heat. Now these things are like you're actually doing it for those bonuses, but the wrestlers do that to make the audience love them or hate them with intensity. And you've also, remember, you got your tag team move as well.
Yes.
And then you can also do like an interrupt to take control, stuff along those lines.
Yeah, so I think since Corpse Grinder sandbagged them as they're trying to do a suplex, they sort of like are able to like wiggle out of the grip and go to the side of the ring and like tags in like the hand of
All right.
of Ace Winters. Like,
All right. So you're doing a hot tag. Make a roll and add your heat with them, and then they will get that result of the wrestling.
with my heat with
Your heat with Ace.
+1, so 2d6 +1. Oh, that's a 4.
All right, that is a botch. So at this point, what you get to do is, your opponent describes how they counter you and takes control of the match. So, as describe how Ace comes in, and then Corpse Grinder, let us know how you take control.
Oh,
So-
so he makes the tag, but
Ace does tag in, but I take control. Okay.
oh,
Yeah.
that sucks.
And considering you two are heels, there could be a possibility of both people popping in.
That's like the classic heel tag team move is to throw him in the corner and then have the other guy tag in, and they both wail on him.
Yeah.
And then the guy who gets out tags him right back in, and then it's just the circle of the guy getting beat down in the corner. That's the classic heel tag move.
Yeah, it did say there. Whenever you tag someone, there are a couple seconds or like a little bit of time where both people are allowed to be in the ring, and that's where the heels take it.
Yep.
So Ace is coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's
Do
like
I tell you what?
I
Do I
think
tell
as-
you what I'm doing coming in, and then you counter that?
Yep.
Okay, because my thought was as soon as he got the tag, I would like spring up onto the turnbuckle and try and do like a diving missile drop kick at him.
Okay. But I have
Fuck me up,
control,
Judy.
right? So I make the first move
Yeah.
after
Well,
this,
so,
right?
so he says that, and you tell us how that does not work.
Okay, yeah.
So you can like catch me midair and just
Oh, I think I've got an idea. Wait, no, you're not a heel, are you, Ace? You're a baby.
no, I'm not a heel. I'm a
Yeah.
face
I was gonna say. All right, so
for
Ace,
now.
are you diving head first or foot first?
Foot first. I'm just
okay.
doing like basically like a flying drop kick at you.
Okay, nice. I think Corpse Grinder's gonna kind of get up onto his feet, and he's gonna see you flying, and he's just gonna do one of like, I want to stand up to do this. He's gonna do one of like these. He's gonna like stomp his foot and just grab you and like push you into the floor of the ring. Like
Nice.
just use your momentum coming forward and like redirect it face down into the floor.
Oh, so you could like grab me from behind and do almost like a belly to back and like play him on the ground. I like that.
Also, keep in
That
mind,
sucks
even though
for me.
I don't think this happens much in regular wrestling, at least where people can hear it. But you're also allowed to talk to it. It doesn't have to be just the physical. The
Right.
physical is great, but you're allowed to like also talk and do that stuff as well.
Well, I did have a great line I was going to use on Ace Winters. I was going to say, it's a good thing your name's Winter because you're about to be headed to a cold morgue, boy. And then I'm
Oh man.
cheesy. Yeah, man. So that's going to be, I guess that's my reaction or my first move. And then he's going to react to that. So I'm going to grab him like midair and kind of redirect his momentum into the floor.
Gotcha. But now it's starting out with you in control, right?
Yeah. So basically, that was how he messed up your coming in, and now Corpse Grinder.
Oh, and now I have a move to take. Okay, so
yeah. So whenever you tag someone, they roll with heat and they get the result of that wrestling move, whatever that wrestling move. But in this case, it was a botch. You botch your spot. It's basically like they had done a wrestling move that was the switch in. So if you roll real well, you nail it. You get the control. You get the momentum. You can say what you do. It did not go well.
Okay, so now I can make my move. Ace Winters, his face first on the ground. I'm gonna grab his arm and pull it up into a hammerlock and put my knee on top of it, and then pull his leg up over top of my like pull it up this way and just start stretching
out.
on him.
And what does Ace do?
All right. So Ace at this point is like doing the reach for the rope, like screaming and reaching for the rope, trying to scooch over and get the rope break.
Just got here.
Right.
Okay. As you do that, I'm going to I'm like on top of you, and I'm going to push you a little bit to the side and then roll over and tap for the subscriber.
Yes.
As I have you like held in this pin position. And I'm gonna tap for the subscriber to come in and like just destroy your face.
Roll
Let's do
your
it.
heat with the subscriber.
All right.
So I roll heat too.
No,
Ooh.
it'll just be Kirby rolling the heat for
Okay.
Subscriber
their
is
heat with you.
1, so I rolled a 10.
All right, so that means you are going to, as you come in, you can describe how it is you come in. You are going to retain control of the match and gain +1 momentum. So tell us what you do, and you can start your moves on this sucker who just beat you.
Mo, we might be losing this match.
I jump into the ring. I pull out a giant T-shirt cannon
Oh my
and
god.
aim it at Ace Winter's face.
Are
And
you gonna
just say-
kill him?
Those things are dangerous, man.
It's a T-shirt cannon. It says I'm gonna be like, buy my merch. I'm just gonna knock him out with a T-shirt cannon.
Oh my god.
That seems like a disqualification.
That's so good. I've got
No
Ace
rules,
like a hammer lock. I got his leg pulled up over my arm, and subscriber just comes and shoots him in the face.
Is that allowed? Is that allowed?
So here's the question. I doubt we're probably looking to
do
work
it
real
then.
stiff where you're trying to actually hurt somebody. In this case, it's probably just going to be like
It's a prop. It's a prop.
Yeah, is someone? I don't know if someone's trying to get the referees' attention. Is the ref?
Oh yeah,
going to?
Gay is like, hey, oh yeah, like, like grabbing
I
your face.
I
and
shoot
turning.
Attention.
referees with a T-shirt
Oh,
cannon.
this is for yeah, Roha. This could be a fun thing. There is the run-in as well. You interrupt a match in progress where you like roll plus heat with the rest of your coming after. Just this is something to keep in mind. You don't have to use it, but it could
Can
be a
I
thing
use
where you
it,
can
though?
actually end up booking someone for disqualification, depending.
Can I though, with the cannon coming out? Can I like try to like jump in and like kick it out of his hands? Like,
No.
Oh, so yeah, so if you're doing a run-in, so you're interrupting the match in progress. Roll plus heat with the wrestler, basically plus heat with the subscriber.
okay.
Do I roll or does
I roll.
Aguila?
It'll be they'll roll.
Okay.
Alagiha Roja.
2d6, right? Plus 2. That's 7.
All right, 7. And if you want to, so what 7 can do is you're gonna get. Oh, so you how much momentum do you have?
I have 1 momentum.
Okay, that will not be enough to get you up. But the 7, you gain your target gains +1 heat with you. So subscriber, you get +1 heat with Aguila Roja, and then you get to pick one, or your target gains, and they get to pick one.
And they get to pick, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so they get to pick. So Justin, you attack them in the ring. This books them as the winner, which is you, as the winner, as their opponent gets disqualified for the outside interference, or you distract them from outside the ring, and you're distracted from outside the ring, and their opponent takes control of the match. This is written in a confusing way.
It is. Like, what is language?
Yeah, it is. It is written in a way that's confusing. So they pick one. So yes, I will say, Justin, you can be, you distract them from outside the ring.
So I am
Yeah,
distracted.
their opponent takes control of the match. This does not change the outcome, but you're booked into a grudge match with them later this episode. Or you shove the ref, start a brawl, or otherwise interfere. The match cannot continue. This books the match in no contest, and you both take +1 momentum.
Okay, so I'm sorry. So I could distract Aguila Rojas from outside the ring.
Yeah, I would say, yeah. If do you have the basic moves open to page 3?
Your moves. Hold on.
This will be less confusing if you read them, because I'm having to read
Yeah.
them and then translate. So basically,
I
you
have
get
special
to pick.
snowflake. Always learning. I am the future.
Here,
It's,
it's
just-
in the chat.
This is new
Okay.
for all of us.
Okay.
And this is confusing because so your target gains +1 heat with you, and they get to pick one. So this is the you here is Aguila Roja
Uh-huh.
because they are kind of rushing into the ring. So they attack you in the ring. This books them as Books them as the winner, as your opponent gets disqualified for your outside interference. God damn it, that is so confusingly.
Why
written.
is language like this? I'm gonna look up something real quick.
So I
That
think
means-
it's actually Justin attacks you in the ring. This book's Justin is the winner, as their opponent gets disqualified for the outside interference. Track them outside the ring, which sounds like it's Guia Roja, and their opponent takes control of the match.
Michael, I think
Yeah.
the wording is confusing because it's assuming that the person running in is not the opponent of the person they're attacking. So the person so they run in and they attack the person in the ring.
It's the tag team. Yeah, it's because it's
Yeah.
the tag team. That
Yeah.
yeah.
Run-ins,
When I first
I think
read
run-in
through that,
means
it
it's
made
somebody who's not
sense.
involved in the match, and that's
Yeah,
why.
when I first read through that, it made sense. But yeah, it's because the tag
It's
team
assuming
makes
the
up-
run in is not a part of the match.
Okay.
Meant to be an advertisement, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So
I realize that the tag team partner may have caused a lot of confusion on the issue. I'm reading like a
Oh, does it actually say that in the
forum.
book?
no, I'm reading a forum right now.
Oh,
Yeah, does it actually say yeah? Tag team makes this a confusing move.
It concerned me played as a heel roll move, but I have other players who gamble sometimes and roll the move. Any suggestions? So this person does not have to be a legal wrestler.
I think it makes sense of the faces get disqualified because you ran in, or opponent takes control of the match, which means you distract them from outside the ring, which makes it sound like Ace will get control of the match, or you shove the ref, start a brawl, and this is the one that Justin gets. Otherwise, interferes with the match cannot continue, which books the match at no contest, and you each gain +1 momentum.
got it.
Okay. So let's do the last one so we can both get momentum.
Okay.
So it's going to book the match into a no contest. This, however, can still be changed. So right now, to shove the ref or start a brawl, so stuff has gone a little nuts in the ring.
Did we start a brawl?
It's currently a no contest. However, people can use some of their moves. Yeah, this turns into like a full brawl. People might be able to use some of their moves to actually book someone to win. So right now, no one is winning. But it sounds like we have all 4 of you in the ring, or rather, the 3 of you in the ring, and I'm sure Corpse Grinder is going to pop in pretty quick.
Oh, Corpse Card's still in there, isn't he? Isn't he
Yeah,
holding
because
Ace
I was
still?
getting double teamed by Corpse Grinder
Ace was getting tag teamed by
Yeah.
Corpse
Yeah.
Grinder and the subscriber.
and the subscriber, and then Aguia Roja came to my aid, and that's what started the brawl.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah, we were
as soon as I can
tag
get to my
teaming Ace
feet-
Winters with our t-shirt cannon.
Yeah, as soon as like I get to my feet, I'm gonna try and like Fez press onto Corpse Grinder, and we're
I'm
gonna
just-
roll out of the ring.
For
Scuffling.
some reason, I'm just picturing the Civil War thing, where it's like, hits you with the shield, throw it to the other person, who then hits him with a shield the other way, just like, punk, punk, just get t-shirt,
Amazing.
t-shirt, t-shirt.
It works, baby. I love this.
Oh
right.
man.
Yeah, if you want to explain, yeah, Roja, what happens to the ref?
I think the ref keeps blowing them off, and they're just like, whatever. And like, they'll jump in, and they'll actually do, like, they'll, oh gosh, what am I trying to say? I think they're gonna like hop over the top ropes with a flip and pounce, and just basically just like straight up tackle the subscriber and like knock the cannon out of the hands.
No.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Crowd goes wild, and suddenly, like basically, the ref has essentially been rendered useless in the
Yeah.
match, and now all four of you are in the ring.
And then they'll keep rolling and like try to like use their ropes to bounce off and come back.
Yeah, so yeah, at this point, I think the heels still have control.
Okay. All right, heel. Subscriber. So Elegia Roja, you just basically kicked the cannon out of the subscriber's hand, right?
Yeah, I basically just like pounced and like shoved it out and like made it go like clatter and like probably fell out of the ring.
Okay. I think I want to work the audience.
Okay.
Can I do that?
Yeah.
Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of like roll up onto my knee and keep my knee on Ace Winter's back and just kind of be like, yeah. Just like kind of turn back and forth while the subscriber and Elegia Roja are kind of like getting out of that tussle. And the ref is kind of like falling into the ropes. And I'm just gonna like try and get the audience all riled up.
All right, roll plus audience.
Okay.
Shit.
I rolled a 4.
Oh
One,
no!
no.
Here we go.
Okay,
No.
you have, and I'm assuming do you have enough momentum to put that up to a 7?
Yeah, I'm gonna spend 3 momentum. Actually, does it matter if it's a 7 or an 8? Because I can spend 4 if it's
basically 7 to 9 is the weak hit.
I'll spend 3.
All right,
I don't want to fail that. That was a good one.
How do you play along? Because you're gonna gain corpse grinder. You're gonna gain +1 momentum.
I am.
Yeah, you gain +1 momentum. Ace, how do you play along?
I guess I'm trying to play I'm still trying to play the babyface. I'm not gonna do anything dirty. But if he's like just jaw jacking the crowd, I'm like still trying to get to the ropes, still trying to pull myself up and try and like be like the fighter, the guy who's like trying to get loose.
All right. As that's going on, subscriber. Let's go with, since Aguia Roja, since you ran in, it's you and the subscriber. What are you
Yeah.
doing?
Who's got?
You with control, since you just ran in.
Okay. So yeah, I bounce. So Aguia, they're like bouncing off the ropes, and they're jumping up, and they're gonna grab you. They're gonna reach up and grab you like in like a headlock, and then like use momentum as like they're flying to like turn their body and like twist to like bring you like face down into the mat.
Rude.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
And I get to respond to that.
Yes.
Okay. I am going. I'm going to take a walkie-talkie out of my pocket and be like,
How do you have so many guest walkie-talkies?
He's got cargo shorts. He's an influencer. Influencers need cargo shorts.
That's now canon for his
YouTube
costume.
Stuff.
He has a fisherman's vest with just like all kinds of gadgets and shit in it.
you don't know where these devices are coming from. I speak to the
He's a cartoon.
Oh god.
And I'm like, go for stunts. And the stadium thing opens up. The ceiling opens up and a helicopter comes down with like a little hook, and I take the hook it on to Elegia Roja's uniform, and so the helicopter raises up and like is swinging them around, and the helicopter says like sponsored by the Furiously Fast movies coming out.
Is that allowed?
November 8th.
Is that allowed?
That's just okay. That's wild.
Looks like that bird's gonna fly.
I realize that my moves are totally unrealistic, but hey, it's a game. Let's have some fun, y'all.
It's fine.
The thing is,
fine.
I do not care. One, they still get the opportunity to make the reaction. It's hilarious. I love it.
So I think as they're getting lifted up and like they're probably like 10 feet off the ground now, they're gonna be able to unhook themselves and do a leap of faith. So they're like slam onto a subscriber.
Oh, the leap of faith, which is probably usually off of a top rope, but now it's like you're just
Jesus.
Oh, that's great.
And
Okay.
can I call it like use it as my finisher, maybe, or do I have to like go further into the match in order to do so?
I'm thinking we're not quite at the end of the match. We're close,
right.
probably.
That's good. That's fine with me. Yeah.
Let me check your finishing move. Because technically, actually, there may not be an actual finishing move. Because technically, right now, unless someone does something to book the match, nobody is winning this match right now.
It's just a brawl.
It'll be a brawl that the brawl then becomes wonderful fodder for storylines later.
I love it. I love this. Yeah. Okay, it's fine. I think, and I roll right. I'm gonna say that's body. I don't know, just flying out of midair. Does that sound right, Michael?
Yeah, body. That
Yeah.
that definitely sounds like it is the wrestling move with the body.
That's a 7.
All right, 7. You keep their attention. Choose whether to hand control the match to your opponent, gain +1 momentum, or retain control of the match.
Oh, Momentum or retaining control. I think I'm going to retain control for now.
All right. So while that's happening, let's then pop over to. We're then going to pop over to Ace and Corpse Grinder. Who had control last time?
I did.
All right.
I actually think did I didn't even react. I don't think I reacted to your move.
We didn't roll.
Yeah, we didn't do a roll.
But I think that was still coming off the
You-
tag.
I think because you work the audience.
Yeah,
that's
because
why.
you work the audience. So now we
okay. Fair enough. Yeah. Okay, so Ace is trying to get to a helpful place as he reaches towards the ropes, and
that was such a dumb joke.
You
And
guys
you
see
put
the
it in there so
helicopter
slick.
in this?
You thought no one would notice.
I always
And we
wondered if
did.
Ace Hardware was local or national. Now I know it's national. I was going. I always thought that was a look. Ace is helpful.
and
Well, we got him in Virginia.
what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna pick him up like by his hand, by his arm that I have, and like his like collar. And are you wearing a shirt?
No.
Okay,
He
then I'm gonna
takes it off
grab
when
you
he
around
comes
the
in the ring.
throat and like pick you up, and I'm gonna say, "Ace is the place with the helpful hardware."
Someone got sponsored content.
You just see behind. You just see the.
This is why no one takes this shit seriously.
When that
And-
happens, do you see like the subscriber behind doing something?
Yes.
Yes! Collaboration.
And I'm going to swing you into Elegia Roja as they come down from their leap of faith.
Oh!
But I
Alright.
think I still land on the subscriber because I do still have momentum. So
Okay.
From our fight.
Save me!
yeah, we'll figure it out once you roll. Yeah,
It's
for
probably
sure.
right after, depending right after they hit
Yeah.
subscriber.
Yeah. So, how are you reacting to that, then, Ace?
So you're throwing me into a person that's flying through the air.
Well,
is
I
that
guess
the same
they've already landed, and that's
Okay.
resolved. So yes, I think.
Or
Well,
maybe you're
if-
just
if
throwing
it-
them
if
at
they've
me
already
as
landed-
him at me as as I'm standing up.
Well, here's the thing. I thought you were still in the air when we switched turns. That's what I'm confused. I guess I'm a little confused.
Yeah. So yeah, basically that stuff has happened. Is like that happened while you were doing your and it's bam, like subscriber gets hit. And yeah, Rojas still has control. And now
Okay, so my bad. I thought these were happening simultaneously, but differently. Okay, so Elegia Roja lands on the subscriber and then gets up, and then I will grab Ace Winters, say, should have gone to Home Depot, and then I'm gonna throw him into Elegia Roja like head first, like a spear, and I'm gonna say, no, I'm not.
Say it. Say it.
I was gonna say this spear needs some feathers.
That's why no one takes this shit seriously.
Oh my god.
I am
Alright.
such a dad.
All right, fantastic. So yeah, I guess I'm flying at a Gia Roja.
You want to do an over under? Where
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I want to try and like throw my body weight enough to where I'm going low enough to where you can jump over me
mm-hmm.
and then kind of roll out of it.
So how does this resolve then, Michael?
no. So the thing is, you still make the roll. So now you can just say like
Regardless,
how that
okay.
sort of finish, and then you make the roll.
And this is heat. Or
This
just
is
body?
so. Well, this depends. Like body, if it's physical strength, acrobatic skill. technique or create or subvert what the audience expects, it's work. If it's work with your opponent to showcase an innovative or exciting maneuver, it's your heat.
What do you think? You want to make this a heat roll?
Sure.
All right, because we got
Go for
three.
it.
We got 3 in this heat. Oh Jesus! 13.
Crowd pops as you nail the spot. You retain control and gain +1 momentum. Corpse Grinder will remain control. How does that? Here's the 2 of them hit. Now the thing is, Aguia Roja will still have control
Momentum.
of their match.
Yeah. So I'm gonna basically aim Ace's shoulder at like Aguia Roja's like chest, going right into them, and then I'll just kind of like step back and just do another one of like, working the crowd a little bit.
And I think because I still have momentum on my end, I think I'm going to be able to like bounce up, which I may use as the momentum of Ace coming at me, which may keep Ace like off balance or something. So it's not exactly how we usually work out with our tag team stuff, but you were coming
the
a
tag
little
team
too,
is just
too
becoming
hot.
a brawl at this point.
I have no idea what's going on.
Exactly, it's a brawl. That's what happened.
I think, yeah. So basically, as you're thrown in, there's a brawl happening. Remember that some of you have moves that I think with Ace or with Face and Heel might be able to win you the match. Because right now it is booked to be a no contest.
Can I attempt to book the match?
If you do something underhanded to get what you want, you spend 2 momentum. So either one, either the baby faces stand up what they believe in, spend 2 momentum and pick one, or the heels do something underhanded to get what you want. But of course, right now we're going to Aguia Roja, which will have currently has control of the match. So you will be able to at the end, possibly if you like after what happens here, you might be able to then use your heel move.
Yeah.
Okay, so is it my turn?
Yep.
Okay, so I think because I just slammed the subscriber and he's still laying there, and Ace is behind me now. It's just me and Corpse Buddy on our feet. I'm gonna go for Corpse.
Oh.
And I'm gonna do like a running like somersault to a double foot drop kick. Is that a drop kick?
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. And
I'd
then,
also like to, I just noticed this and I think that this is really helpful, especially, in learning kind of how chain wrestling works. In the reference sheets on page 6 and 7, there's example move sequences.
Yeah.
So if you're kind of wondering like how to go into it and like how you guys can work together, that's a good like guideline.
Yeah, the sets up is like where the opponent gives what they're like how they react. Like a push off, then they shoot the rope to possibly come into a tackle or something. Like they throw you that way.
So you are coming in to drop kick me.
Uh-huh.
Are you aim where are your feet aimed?
For your chest.
For my chest. Okay.
I'm going to try to knock you out of the ring.
Well, I was kind of like doing one of these. So
maybe your back's starting to hit you in the back.
Yeah, sure. I'm cocky.
Like, yeah, you're like facing the crowd and like you're trying to shoot them on. Yeah.
I'm gonna say my react or my thing that I do, I guess, is like I'm turning around as it happens and I try to react by like grabbing your leg or pushing your legs out of the way.
Yeah. I love that. And then push my legs out of the way. And I think I roll and land and I'm just setting to sling myself off to like I hit the ropes and I just shoot back and like I sort of like do a like clothesline to you.
Okay.
Yeah. So I roll again. Is that right? I think it's gonna be do you think we're working off heat?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's a 13.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, in that case, you retain control of the match and gain +1 momentum.
Sweet. However, our matches have now intermingled and we've both at a standstill.
I think that pulls us back to the subscriber and Ace.
Yeah.
With what's going on, I think with the control, we'll give subscriber the control here.
Can I attempt to book the match?
Yeah. What do you do? Underhanded enough that like the ref, who's already been, I think, sort of like knocked around a bit. Yeah, if you want to do something to book it.
I act like I'm running towards Ace Winters at full speed, and then I pull a microphone out of my pocket. I look directly at the camera, and the lights, all the lights in the stadium go dark. It's just a spotlight on me. And on the screen, there is an ad for the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Oh my
And
god.
it's like, hi, here at WWRPG, we like to make dreams come true, which is why we brought little Timmy out. And little Timmy comes out. It's like, he comes out. And he's like, we're giving him a chance to win the match tonight. And the crowd's like, woo! You in for little
This is some
Timmy.
Vince Russo booking. What is this?
I want this to fail. Just
Just what you want the face to drop kick a little kid like there's no way this can go well for me.
well, you know, it's a setup, baby. You know, it's not
Oh,
a
it's
real
so
kid.
funny that you have to listen to the little kid.
It's not a real kid.
Like you hear Sarah McLachlan playing the
Oh my
God.
in the
Hey, pause real quick. Hold on, pause. So just an FYI, there's a soft line for harm to children. So
Oh, it sounds like this
I won't
child's
drop
gonna
kick a
win.
child, I promise.
Yeah, it sounds like this
Okay.
child's gonna win.
Yeah, no, as like an attempt, like everyone's gonna act like they really got hit by this kid, you know? Like, go ahead, Timmy, knock him out really good. And the kid
And Ace like
winds up.
has to go with it.
Take your roll.
What do
This is
I
your heel
roll?
move.
My heel
Oh yeah,
moves.
your heel move is, where is the heel move? Yeah, spend 2 momentum. Oh yeah, spend 2 momentum and then pick one. You can cheat in order to book yourself to win the match. This is what you've done here.
Okay, so do I roll 2d6 and
No,
add
I
my
don't think it's
momentum?
roll. You just spend the 2 momentum.
Okay, so I spend the 2 momentum,
Yeah,
and
You are now booked to win.
okay.
I just want it to end.
I think that's the end of my turn. I think that's it.
Well, yeah. What's going on with Corpse Grinder and Aguia Roja? Who has control there? I think it's
I think I still do.
Rojas.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you still do.
Yeah, I think they bounce off the ropes and they're coming into oh god, moves are hard because high flyer. I think they're going to aim to do like one of those like sort of like Black Widow sort of tricks, or like they grab like do like a body grab and like use momentum of like their movement and like try to like torque their body.
Are you talking about the legs around the head like scissor swing?
Yeah,
That's called the
Yeah, yeah.
Hurricanrana.
yeah, that one.
There we go. All right. So you're gonna like jump up, wrap your legs around me, and like spin around and try and pull me down on the ground.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna roll with it. That's my thing. I'm gonna like agree with the move and just kind of go with it.
Yeah. So I think they're gonna have you in a an arm lock now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make your wrestling move.
All right. Since you're agreeing with it, is that another heat or is that
Yeah, I would definitely say that would be heat because yeah.
that's a 9? So I will give you I'll give you
Give me control and take momentum.
yeah.
So I think what we'll do here is, I think we can go into Justin's possible finishing move, unless Ace is going to do something to try to book the match your way. Now, granted, if that finishing move goes poorly, Ace could, I think,
Not
still
gonna hit a
win.
child.
No, but the funny thing is, like the child comes in and does whatever the child does. You're like, there's
Just to be clear, this This is not a child. It is an actor.
Well, yeah, they're all plants, but still.
No, yeah. It's not. It's not like we're pretending that an actual child came into the.
So I think what we do here is, I think what could be fun is, Justin, you are the anointed. Your finishing move. So go ahead and just roll 2d6 and spend, and then we'll see what happens, and then you can just the two of you can describe what happens.
Okay, let's see. That is a 12.
All right, you hit your finisher clean. Game +1 audience. If the two of you want to help describe to us how the actor that's brought on stage helps helps the influencer, the subscriber, to win the match. Also, yeah, subscriber, you gain +1 audience if you want to make a note of that. The two of you get to describe how that happens.
All right.
I think the kid kicks me in the nuts, right?
Yes,
That's gotta be the move.
Oh no!
I love it.
And then you go into whatever your finisher is.
Yeah, this kid's gonna kick him in the nuts, and then I act like I'm about to pin Ace Winters, but I have the kid do it for me.
Oh my god.
It's amazing.
How old is this kid?
A little like 9 years old.
That's so funny.
Wrestling is his favorite thing ever, and so I allow the kid and get the crowd all hooped like 1, 2, 3, like really hamming it up.
Yeah, and then
And the crowd's so confused because they don't like they want to cheer for the kid, but they don't like the subscriber. So they're like, do we cheer? Do we boo? What do we do?
I gotta get that sympathy.
Can't boo the kid.
And then meanwhile, like Alligator Roja and Corpse Grinder are just like in like a lock off to the
Yeah.
side. And
This
they're
happened
like,
here.
what
So the
fuck
two of you, I don't know if one of you want to use like a who has control right now.
I do. I believe they give
So
me control.
depending, there's the heel or face move to take control, or to book it to win, is a possibility.
I will.
You're the hardcore. You could do.
All
Yeah,
your
I'm gonna-
stuff's under the ring, bud.
Yeah.
Start pulling out chairs and Singapore canes.
I'm gonna do the. I'm gonna spend 2 momentum, and cheat in order to book myself a win on the match.
Mhm.
If that's okay with you, Mo.
No, I love that. Yeah.
Okay.
That's good because and then the faces still look strong because they had to cheat to win.
Yeah, that's what it kind of was. I was because
Yep.
fucking
That's
Justin
how
brought a
booking
fucking
and wrestling
child into the ring.
What? Don't you want to make dreams come true?
So how do you cheat?
Yeah, I don't know. Let me subtract my momentum here, so I'm back at 1.
What if Corpse Grinder has like there used to be a wrestler named Tajiri and his finisher was the poison mist and he would like spit like green mist in the
I think
person's
I remember
face.
that.
And it's like that would be amazing if that was Corpse Grinder's thing, but it was like blood because it's Corpse Grinder.
Who won the first one? Was that the ace or the heel? Was that ace or subscriber?
Subscriber
Ace.
one. Yeah.
Wait, oh wait,
With
this
our
match?
singles
Okay.
match, Ace won.
Oh
Yes.
Oh yeah. So Alligator, you have me in a like an arm lock, like an arm bar
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Mhm.
Okay. To cheat, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to literally. Oh man, no. You know what? I'm gonna.
They are
reach-
light, so you could probably fling them. Like
Yeah, that's kind of what I was. I have like 2 things I was thinking I was gonna do, but I think I'm gonna fling you instead. I'm gonna pick you up and just like pull you up like this and just like throw you out of the ring into the audience.
oh. I mean, they're a high flyer. They're gonna go flying. So
Yeah, they got some acrobatics. Maybe they'll land on their feet, but I don't know.
You have to book yourself to win, and then who had control again?
I had control.
Yeah. So then, yeah, if you like throw them off, now we can go ahead and do the last thing. If you want to go into your finishing move.
Okay, so my finishing move. Do I roll first and then do it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Are you doing it against Elegia, or are you gonna go find? No, Ace is busy. You got Ace is.
Oh yeah. Ace is busy, like just
I'm
curled
taking a nap.
around, just like
You got a,
I got
you got a
electrocuted
9-year-old
and
like just
kicked in the
grabbing your
nuts.
thumb, and you're just like, "Ah!"
Yeah, I think so. I think Agia is like out in the on the concrete. Like they hit the gates that like go into the audience. So it sort of bounced off that and it fell into the concrete in between like the audience stands and
Okay.
the square.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's see.
What's your finisher, by the way?
I rolled
What
a
is it?
7.
What do you
Good.
do? Like,
Do you have any momentum left?
I have 1.
Well, that won't make a difference. It's just 8. So, with your character, the hardcore, your finishing move, 7 to 9, they make you work for it. You get to describe as you choose one. They stand up to your assault before going down. You both gain +1 momentum at the end of the session is lost. Sacrifice your, and I think we're here at the end of the thing. Sacrifice your body to make it happen. Take an injury, and you gain +1 heat with them. Those are your choices.
What do you think, Mo? I kind of like the idea of gaining some more heat with you, but
yeah, let's do it.
I guess it's okay. Cool.
Fight me, fool.
Yeah.
Fight me, essay.
Fight me, essay. Okay, so my finishing move is called the meat grinder, and what I'm going to do is, as soon as I throw Elegia Roja into the concrete, they're going to slam into the barrier and kind of roll down. There's going to be like a row of chairs just kind of like right in front there. I'm going to slide through the ropes and like roll onto the floor, run over and pick them up in like this T shape, like almost like I'm holding a big cannon, and I'm going to spin around and then just like as I spin, lift them over my head and just slam them into the chairs.
Oh,
Oof.
I love that and I hate that.
All right, so it sounds like to win this one, you are taking an injury, which means
Yes.
you check off an injury.
Where do I do
Yes, there should be an injury part of there.
that? Oh, I see. Yeah, okay. 1.
And you gain +1 heat with the wrestler you're working with.
Right. Okay.
Do
And
I
how many-
also
how many
gain
max
heat with them,
injuries do I
or
have?
It's just they gain heat with you.
okay, cool.
How many max injuries do I have?
4 according to your character sheet on the
Okay.
hardcore.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
The audience goes crazy, like, "Ah! Ah!" And they're like, "Boo!" Like the boos are the best kind of boos.
Right.
The ones that you know you did well, but there's also the calls that the little child is like, "Ah!" like when the little child like pins Ace.
Right. How did he pin when there was no ref?
The ref comes back whenever it counts.
Subscriber, what do you like with the child, the Make-A-Wish child who won? God, you are such an awful internet influencer.
Okay, so Ace is beaten, right?
Yeah, I'm not coming back.
Okay. I'm going to take the kid, put him on my shoulder, and kind of go to Agia Rojo and like, hey, take a selfie with little Timmy from the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Agia Roja is like laid out on some chairs, kind of like.
Exactly. So like this.
I think they're
little
like
kid's
this, and they're like just very weakly giving like little peace sign and winking.
Yes.
Like as they're still laying on the chairs because they're afraid to move right now.
Yeah, and then we take a selfie, and then Timmy's gonna act like they pin Agia Roja
You know what?
as she's
Fuck it.
already on the ground.
As they are on the ground, yeah.
Yeah.
And like the boos coming off the crowd, like when the kid looks up, it's like boo boo yeah. When the kid goes back down, boo. That's y'all. Yeah, and then like we kind of the camera kind of just like sort of pans back, lights sort of come down, and Beggartok wrestling.
And as that happens, I reach down and I grab Sol Herrera's hand and I say, "Good fight, friend." And then I pretend that I'm still a bad boy.
Oh, my characters?
Yeah, your character's name is Sol Herrera, right?
No one knows my name.
Oh, I'm
It
sorry.
is a
I
mystery. The
reached
mask
down.
never comes off.
Oh
No,
shit!
no,
I'm
the
sorry. I
thing is,
ruined the
it sounds
story.
like this is like one of the things I looked up in wrestling. One of the reasons they often have long hair is they can do this, like as they're
Yep.
wrestling, and you can't see their mouths. They'll talk over what they're going to do next.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
they can do that and then talk, like. As
There's
friends.
a great story about the Undertaker doing something like that I will send to the group chat.
Nice.
Yeah, but I guess because we're all like it's our personas, but like the mask never comes off in public.
Eventually,
yeah.
I want to use the
Yeah.
on the road moves where it's more just like you're at a Waffle House somewhere.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just like y'all chilling.
Well, this was obvious. This was after the cameras are gone. I'm gonna reach
Yeah.
down and like grab your hand and be like, "That was a great fight," kind of thing. Like,
Right.
So
because
just sort of like rolling up and like holding my back as I'm just like, yeah,
I'll get you an ice pack in a minute.
thanks, bud.
Like if you saw my promo on TikTok, you saw I was talking to my mom before the fight.
Yeah,
And,
how's she
you
doing?
know,
I was wondering what was going on with that.
I was like, "Hey, mom, I got a fight tonight. This is Corpse Grinder."
That's amazing.
All right, and then
Um,
like
As soon as the match is over, I set the kid down and get back on my phone. I'm like, get lost, kid. And walk away.
Beat it, punk.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and I give him a free T-shirt and just leave.
I had a T-shirt can choke.
Take him in the face.
That's so good. Yo, Justin, that fucking I was not prepared for a fucking
A
gadget.
cartoon.
Yeah,
This
so
is
the
so
count of
good.
things: a cell phone, a microphone, a walkie-talkie, and a T-shirt.
He's got like a hammer space, like fucking Roadrunner.
You guys are being
Oh
so
yeah, does this
realistic
feel
with
like
your
getting hit
moves.
by a cartoon?
Oh my god, I'm so mad. I'm gonna miss next week.
I think that's what
Uh,
makes it so great though, is because like Ace is like super serious about like work rate and keeping kayfabe, and like his thing to break kayfabe is actually his stat to do that is really low because he like would
Mhm.
never want to do that, and
Yeah.
so like that juxtaposed with this absolutely over the top ridiculous character is amazing. I love it.
Okay, so next week, some of the stuff we'll actually also be able to see behind the scenes, not on camera stuff. So now so this is basically how it works.
Right.
Hopefully now everyone understands. What I would suggest doing is looking at those on the reference sheets. Like page 3, you can kind of ignore most of 4 unless it's your role, or the stipulations. Like 3 and 5. Take a look at those. These are the things that are available to you. We can now see like things that are not on camera, so we can see you in there, because eventually, probably not next week, but the week after, I would love to actually see like we can play with some of the on the road moves, which are not on here, but that's more like the just y'all hanging out in reality. You can also play politics and all that kind of stuff. So here's the basics. What we've done tonight is the basics of how Worldwide Wrestling works. And I'm very interested to see what happens over the next couple sessions.
Ew.
All right. Do we
Oh,
want to
that
go
was
through
fun.
and just, if y'all want to introduce each other, or rather, tell each other who you are, where we can find you on social media? We do the Kirby, Justin, Sean, Mo, and then myself.
Hello, I'm Kirby. Or goodbye. I'm Kirby. You can find me on social media, Disaster Tourism.
All right. See you later, alligators. You can find me at Freddy's Roommate on TikTok, but if you want to follow my personal life, you can go to Instagram and Twitter at I am Justin Jordan. And so, yeah.
All right. I have been Sean. You can follow me on all socials at High Gain Sad, including Twitch, where on Thursday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern, I'm running a spooky D&D game.
And I'm Mo. They, she pronouns. I have been playing Elegia Roja. You can find me on all the socials at Serena Bezos. That's SIRENABESOS. This weekend with Utopia, we're doing our BIPOC Vamp Day, which is a streaming marathon raising money for Sickle Cell Disease Association of America. It's going to be so many people. So I'm so excited. I'm also going to be very exhausted.
Proud of
Also
you, bud.
got Mask on Sunday for Improv GM and Doys with Sean. So,
Can't wait for masks again.
I know, I'm so excited. By the way,
Yeah,
Kirby,
that
it's your
world
turn to
building
do
stuff was
something.
We'll
so
see how
cool.
exhausted Mo is.
I'm gonna be like worn out.
I'm Improv GM, Twitch, Twitter, and
TikTok.
TikTok. Yeah, that's how we all know each other from TikTok. Why did that come up last?
Yeah.
Thank you all very much, and have yourself a great evening.
Bye.
Hopefully next week the internet will not be